everyone, Dr. Pink here, and wow, we have an exciting video for you today. We are on day 13. We just got a huge load of energy, 500 energy from the daily login. That's a major boost for us. But the exciting part is, check it out, y'all. We are in 12-3 brutal campaign, and look, we essentially did it. I used Tagore as the lead and Wukong as the damager for essentially most of the levels. And I was also able to swap in Kale as the lead, now that he's 6-star, obviously. But actually, I found that I was doing better with Tagore as a 4-star or a 5-star. I actually upped him to 5-star midway through. I got him to level 30, and then he was safe to essentially do this with Wukong. So it wasn't wasted campaign pushing because I was getting experience for one champion, and it was hard loading him for experience, which was really cool. And we made it all the way to the last boss, and I can't quite do the last boss just yet, but essentially we did all of them. I could easily just pump up Wukong or Tagore to get this last stage, or I'm kind of just sitting on it. But check it out, y'all. And not only that, we are able to farm 12-3 brutal. Check it out, all right? Now, the interesting thing is, the first time I did this, I failed. And then I was actually planning to record this video and tell you that I failed and that I was having problems, and then we were going to work it out. But then I made minor changes, like on my phone when I wasn't recording, and then guess what? Check it out. We're doing great. What did I change? I literally added runes, and that is it. And all of a sudden I went from not being able to do it, I died on this third wave with 3 enemies up, to now we are doing it, and this is 6 out of 6 times after changing the runes. I'm going to run it one more time just for science, all right? We're not quite one-shotting the mobs, so I do want a little bit more attack here. It's close, but it's a little RNG. I don't like not being able to one-shot those dogs. It really does throw me off. But it seems to be working, okay? Boom. And he one-shot in there, which is great. Look at that. That I like. And wow, we're doing it. But the interesting thing is it was just changing the runes. Okay, and I'm going to show you what happened here. Now, we're going to walk through the gear, which is really important because my gear is really, really good on him because I did the Deck of Fates event, okay? So let's check it out. So we're farming, brutal, absolutely amazing. I want to do it with just level 1s for science, just to make sure that this is repeatable with even like none strong kind of third-party feed champions. Food, if you will. So let's see how this goes. Let's just see if the RNG works out well on this one. Not one-shotting the dog, but at least he stuns the dog. And then he should hopefully one-shot here. Everyone, boom, great, fantastic. Did not one-shot the dog, did not stun the dog, not good. Took a little bit more damage than we wanted. Ooh. Oh no, he's not gonna. Oh my god, that was actually kind of close. All right, so even with 1-star champions, it seems like we're doing well. I'm not really super comfortable. I mean, he's probably gonna lose one out of. I did 8 stages since kind of doing the runes, and he hasn't lost one. Not single stage out of 8. So not losing 1 out of 8's good. He might die on the last wave here or there if it's bad luck, but it certainly seems to be working. So I'm really excited about that. And now we're going to go on into the champions here, and we're going to check out his gear. Okay, now remember, we really do have like God roll gear here. Okay, we got this amazing weapon with attack, crit rate, speed, accuracy, and I ascended it even because it was that good. This is like a God roll piece, and I got that from the Deck of Fates event. We have this amazing mythical that I got from the Deck of Fates event. So this I hope will be replicable for you. I do have solutions for that, but like I did max this out. I did ascend it once for just a little bit more attack. Now, notice the runes, okay? So what I did was I went here and I went enchant, and I did this, and I just enchanted, okay? And putting this little green percentage added up. So for example, 1% attack here, 1 speed. Oh, shoot. But you do that on all my gear. For example, here I got +4 attack, 1% attack, so that's already 2% attack. And then on the next piece of gear, I added 1% health, another speed, and notice the rolls on this are amazing. So I substituted this shield for the perception shield I showed you in the last video here. And just to show you the stat difference here, if you look at the bottom right here, I gained a little bit of health, a little bit of defense, quite a bit of crit damage though, 12%, and that I think is really what helped make the difference as well. But really the runes is what's doing it, because now, for example, check out the runes on this one, another 1% health, 5 defense, another % attack. So we're looking at like a 3% increased attack, a decent bit of health, right? Again, attack, speed, we got a little bit of speed as well. So really what did it for me is I swapped in the shield for a little bit more crit damage, 12% more crit damage, and then also a little bit more health and defense. Not a whole lot, but it does help. And then adding the runes. And the runes is really what did it, in my opinion. The shield helped, yes, but the runes together with the shield was really what did it. So if you look at the bottom right, if you ignore the red stats, what you need is essentially the minimum here, I would say. Okay, so you need about 26,000 HP. And if you do this math, it's about 1,000. What is that? 1,400, right? Let's round up. 850 plus 600. So yeah, you need like 1,400-ish defense, which is, 1,400-ish defense. You need 165 speed. You could probably go a little less on speed. You just need to be making sure you're taking 1-to-1 turns with them. So, maybe 150, 140 speed would probably be okay. But the defense and the HP, you can tell, is a minimum with a combination of how much attack I have, essentially 2,800 attack. And then you're looking at crit rate. We're seeing at 98% crit rate. You do want to be crit capped if possible, or close to it like I am. Crit capped is in 100% crit rate. Then this is really what did it for me, is the crit damage, having 52% plus crit damage. That's really what helped, I think, the shield attachment. So 100% crit rate, or crit damage, will be what you're going to want to aim for. Now, accuracy, you don't really need it all, obviously, and resistance not really as well. So you're aiming for those stats to probably be able to do this with Wukong without having any lifesteal gear. Okay, this is the first I've ever seen of anyone mentioning this kind of thing in a YouTube video. What you need with Wukong to be able to farm 12-3 Brutal as fast as you can, and what kind of stats you're going to need. These are your stats right here, okay? Now, if you don't have this gear I have, okay, don't stress, all right? You can use the perception gear that, for example, you hopefully rolled or made upon making your new account. Every new account gets a good set of perception gear that they can roll, or a good amount of rolls that they can do when they first start. Make sure you're doing your faction wars in the beginning. And then you're going to get the nice perception shield, the nice perception gloves, and the nice perception helmet somewhere that I don't know where I put, from the Loki login, right? So you have those, and I don't really have a good chest. I'm using the offense chest that I got from, just like I think it was beating one of the campaign missions. So level that sucker up with the attack %. And then my boots, I just picked up a 3-star white speed boots, and you can pick this up. You can just farm the campaign stage for that. Okay, very easy to get. Now, if you don't there's no deck of fates when you're watching this video far into the future you, then you have ways to make this up. I had this in my back pocket. I was ready to do today. If you look at our skills, we have none of our skills leveled up, and he gets a lot of damage from adding the skill books. So 10%, for example, on the A1, 10% on the A2, 10% on the A3, and that's from putting one skill book in each of those, and it's incremental. So the good news is, if you're lacking on that damage, like you don't have just as good gear as me, you can break that threshold, that minimum you need, by adding a couple skill books, or maybe 3 skill books there, which is fantastic. Also, I haven't done, well, the revive isn't going to help here, but I have not done any mastery yet. Look, and I'm supposed to do that today. He has no ascendants, no pink stars here, right? And so that's another way to get some extra stat boosts or stat boosts. Then you can also, when you get that ascendance, you can add artifacts. I have 0 artifacts here. Now, I had this one ready to go. Crit damage right here, if you can't see it. Crit damage amulet ready to go, because today I was going to get him to a 6-star pink, and I'm going to do it right after this. But essentially, this would have broken up. This would have got me all the crit damage I need, or all the damage I need, as long as I'm crit capped around 90% crit rate or above, to make sure that I'm rocking it. So you have plenty of room here to make up what you don't have in terms of gear. Okay, so very achievable. Now, how do you get those books? So the good news is, by doing the campaign missions, oh, you can't see it, I was actually able to get skill books here, legendary skill books, 3 of them from 3-starring the campaign missions, okay, up to this point. Do not use them. I'm sorry, 2 of them only. I can't read, apparently. 2 skill books. These are not easy to get. I was going to use them today to help us make sure that we can farm that 12-3 Brutal. Oh, it is 3 books. I'm an idiot. It's 3 books over here. So you get 3. So if it worked out evenly, I would get 1 on each, and boom, he would be doing way more damage, and we would definitely be one-shotting those mobs, right? And I could even do that now if I really wanted to. But I'm going to hold on to these books, because these books are really hard to get. If I have no need to give it to Wukong now, I'm not going to do it. For example, I might find a legendary champion if I get lucky, or there's a nice fusion in like a couple months I'm ready for, then like I might get one that might be better for clan boss than Wukong, because I need a good damage dealer for clan boss. So, and it's going to take you months to get these to be able to max out a champion. To be honest with you, if you're free to play, it might take you like half a year or a year, somewhere in between there, to get enough books to max out a legendary champion. And that's what no one will tell you. But the good news is you don't need books. Look, we're doing great. And be happy with your progress here, right? So our next step is now to ascend him. And look, I already have some. But now I'm going to be grinding Wukong to max out this ascendance, because we are now at the point where we are farming 12-3 Brutal, and we are going to be able to really grind out the remainder of our core champions here, so that we're now focused on serious progression, okay? But we're nearing the end of this video. Know that this was a big one, because this is the minimum you need to farm 12-3 Brutal with Wukong. Know that if you're just tuning in for this video, this is a video of a now I believe 6-video series where I walk you through how to get a level 60 in 1 day, and a whole, level up your account as fast as possible and as optimal as possible using the professional free-to-play strategies that people have discovered in free-to-play tournaments. All right, so this is like as good info as you're going to get pretty much anywhere around on how to start a perfect account. Okay, so amazing here, right? Beautiful. We have plenty of time to get to that clan boss stage that I wanted to get to. Now I'm going to show you clan boss. Right now, without me making any upgrades, we are able to 1 key, obviously normal, that's easy, so that's just a quick battle now. And I could even show you a simple, easy, quick battle with our 5 champions here. Pretty straightforward. It's going to be a sweet amount of damage too, 4 million damage. So that totally beats the 1.15 million damage we need for this last chest of stuff here, which hasn't given me anything good yet, to be honest. And that's why I said you don't have to rush it. Honestly, I've gotten nothing from all of that. Nothing useful, at least, or nothing meaningful, super meaningful. Now, in normal, we're not quite at the point. Oh, we are quick battle. Look, we're in the quick battle mode, even here. Look at that. It's fantastic. So we're going to quick battle. I just did this today, I think. So we're now in the quick battle stage for this. And so, boom, did we 1 key that? I believe we did, right? If we were allowed to quick battle. Oh, failed it by like point something million damage. Okay, that sucks. All right, so we actually did not 1 key that. So I need to probably upgrade some people a little bit, and we're going to hit that no problem. So we're already one keying quick battling these, which is nice because the rewards kind of suck. I'm not even stressing about it. Like, I've never seen a purple, not never, maybe never seen a purple come out of this normal chest before. So that's, even though it shows it, it's not quite possible. My next step is here in hard, and so we're really progressing. Again, Nightmare is our goal, okay, because this is where you start getting purple shards and yellow shards. It's really cool. And so, great progress on this account. This account is really awesome, to be honest with you. Like, to have these amazing 5 champions is a really, really good start. So if you want to get on progress with this, we're only 13 days in, and we're killing it in terms of team comp and stuff. Follow along with our series, okay? And we're going to have another update probably when we get something significant, and I'm guessing that'll be when we do some serious clan bossing. No, that'll be when I start pushing dungeons, and we'll see how far we can get with what composition we can get. For example, there's a dragon event going on right now, and I bet we could push up pretty far now that we have 2 level 60s essentially. All right, y'all. Hope you all enjoyed this video and learned from it. See you in the next one.